We are recording.
All right. So, welcome to our Sunday night call, everybody, with the Force Nation. Dave's going to be talking about some stuff here with us tonight. But first, I wanted to, for one, we have some new coaches here tonight. So, welcome to all of you who are brand new. And Denise announced all you guys in there, so I don't want to put you too much on the spot, but we're really excited to have you. And then, next Sunday is our last one for 2016. So I think based on the inspiration of Denise's live that she did a couple nights ago, was it last night? Whatever it was. And she had her dinosaur pajamas on. Next week, we're going to do something fun and just play along unless you want to be a fun sucker, but wear some kind of a onesie pajamas or, funny silly kind of ones or something goofy and silly, and let's make our last call of the year just extra special and extra fun and playful for all of us. I sent out a reminder email today to everybody, plus I didn't realize until recently that the link for the survey was not going anywhere. So I got that fixed. So if you have not yet filled out that survey, please do. This way we can use that information to kind of see how we can best steer the team as well as each one of you coaches individually. So it's just a few questions, and most of them are like, just pick one answer. You don't have to put too much thought into it. It's not like a big essay or anything. So, but we do have a lot of stuff that we're working on to bring the team for the first 12 weeks, and we're doing the 12-week year, remember? So if you did not do the videos, I know that some of you did, but if you did not do your 12-week year plan and go live in the group, please do that here in the next few days. I'll give you till Wednesday, especially if you were not on last week's call. So I think that's all I got right now. I'll let you have it.
All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm going to keep this short, quick, and to the point. As you can hear, my voice is not the best, but I'll do my best to get my point across of what I wanted to talk about today. It's a topic that I've heard in a podcast recently, and it's something that I feel we can all benefit from. And the idea behind that is being stuck. I mean, we've all been in that situation where we have been stuck with our business. We have been stuck with our fitness. We've been stuck in our income level, or no income level. In many different ways, we've been stuck. And there's many different reasons for that, many different causes of being stuck. And I'm going to go over tonight one of those major causes, and I'm going to go over a couple of things that'll help you get unstuck and get you moving. Okay, things to focus on. So right away, what I want to talk about is the one major reason, a major cause of stuckness, of being stuck in anything in life, in your business or your fitness, is compare-itis. Compare-itis. And that's when we get into the habit of comparing ourselves or comparing our lives and what we're doing to other people. There's two major forms of compare-itis. One major form is when you compare yourself to others and you're sad or you're disappointed because someone else is doing better than you are, whether they're making more money than you or they're more fit than you are. And, you feel bad about yourself because of it. You feel down because you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't see yourself at the point where you think you should be, or you see somebody else. It's like that, you feel bad about yourself. So that can be a major cause of why you're stuck in what you're doing. Another major cause is kind of like the crab in the bucket syndrome. You find yourself that you're finding some moral, some other ethical high ground as to why someone else is succeeding and you're not. Oh, that person's a bad person. They're succeeding, but they don't spend any time with their family. Or but they cheat and they only eat twigs and salads. That's why they're in shape. Or all they do is work out. They do nothing else but that. I don't have the time for that. So they find themselves, finding excuses, any excuse they can to find the moral high ground as to why somebody is successful. And to talk a little bit about the crab bucket syndrome, then, they say that if you get a bucket of crabs, you don't need to put a lid on the bucket because as one crab starts to crawl out of the bucket, the others will grab him and pull him back down. And if you're in that situation, you don't have to, when you're pulling other people down, you can't move on in your life because you're trying to pull somebody else down. Another analogy I like to use is people being in the demolition business. I like to be positive and build my skyscraper up as high as I can. But there are other people who are stuck in their lives. They're stuck in their business and they're stuck in their fitness. So they much rather destroy your skyscraper and try to demolish your skyscraper because they can't build theirs as high as yours. So if you're building your life, you're building your fitness, you're building your business, you're building your skyscraper as high as you can. But here comes somebody else who can never get to your point, but they're going to try to demolish yours and try to bring yours down. That's a major form of stuckness, is you're comparing yourself to somebody else. Okay. Most people, when it comes to making money or, working a business, most good people, they won't trade ethics or morals for money. But if you use that word or, in other words, you're either wealthy or ethical. You're either wealthy or you're happy. If you find yourself using those types of words, then you're never going to be successful. Because here's the truth. The truth is, you will never become that which you hate. You will never become that which you despise. How can you try to be wealthy or successful in a business where what part of the goal is to make money, and you think that people who make money are unethical? It just doesn't make any sense. So that's a major form of you creating stuckness in your business. If you think that people who are wealthy are unethical, you're never going to be that. You only attract with that what you want. Okay. So you can't. And also, here's the other thing too, guys. And this is a major part of being stuck. You cannot compare someone else's chapter 12 to your chapter 1. You can't compare somebody else's highlight reel to your struggles, because you know what? And we fall into that trap too sometimes when we post our success pictures and we post our after pictures. People believe that we just like that every single day, and they don't see our struggles. They haven't seen, I'll talk about Denise. People haven't really seen her past. Only the people in her family who really know that how bad her abs were. They were separated, and she couldn't even do any push-ups when she first started years ago. We don't see the past. We don't see the struggle, or the times where I put on my weight and I had a hard time just running around the block, or the times where we're struggling financially, where I got bill collectors calling me. Okay, yeah, it's happened, but people don't see that struggle. People just see that we're in a place where we're successful, but people don't see behind closed doors and what these struggles really are. We sit in that comparison mode, and we don't move forward because of it. Because they see the pretty pictures on social media and we think, oh, they got it figured out. I can never be like them. But they don't see the struggle. They don't see the pain that we've been through. They don't see the blood, sweat, and tears that we've been through to get to the point that we're at. So you can't be stuck in that compare-itis mode, because you'll never move forward. You can't compare yourself to somebody else's success. All that you can deal with, all that you can focus on are the cards that you have been dealt. I mean, yeah, listen, I'm not naive. A lot of people are born in a situation where they have more advantages than others. Sure, I get that. But we all have the same opportunities, and we all have the same choice to make whether or not we want to be successful. And whatever business that may be, or fitness level that may be. We all have a choice, no matter what situation you're born in. Okay? It's up to us to make that choice. So, like I said, you just got to play the hand that you're dealt. And I want to talk about, I talked a lot about how, why people get stuck. I just want to talk a little bit about how to get unstuck. Okay. Take a look at my notes here. Oh, and let me get back to the crab bucket story for a second. When it comes to the crab bucket story, again, if somebody's being successful and they're trying to get out that bucket, and you're just focusing on pulling them down, what you're doing is you're simply just entrenching the idea that being successful is bad. Because you see that person growing, you see that person getting better, you see that person making more money, You see that person getting more fit, and you think you can't get that way. So you want to reach out to them and pull them down, pull them back, but because you think your idea of being successful is bad. Again, getting back to what I said about either wealthy or happy, either wealthy or ethical. Same idea. Is that making sense, guys? Yeah? Okay, good. So like I said, if you have that idea that that you'll never be successful, then you won't make the money that you want to make, you won't reach that rank that you want to reach, and you won't reach that goal weight or fitness level that you want to reach. Because think about it, if you see somebody, and the other thing too, where we compare ourselves, especially with Beachbody coaching, I'm sure a lot of us have seen it. You've seen that coach come across and you've been in the business a while, and all of a sudden here comes somebody and you hear them on a national wake-up call and they're like, oh, I just joined the business a year ago and I'm a 12-star diamond and this and this and that. I'm making this much money. And you quickly go to Facebook and you look at their profile page and you're like, this person has nothing I got. People, this person have the skills that I do. You start to compare yourself to that person, and it's not right. It's wrong. That person decided, you know what? I'm going to crush this thing no matter what. And they're not thinking about anybody else but their own self and crushing their business. If we get focused on everybody else and what they're doing, then you're not involved in what you're doing and supposed to be doing to make your money and make your business happen. So how are we going to get unstuck? How are we going to get out of that realm and routine of comparing ourselves to others and comparing, our struggles with somebody else? The idea is two things. Number one, don't compare yourself negatively to someone else who's crushing it. Okay? And I'm gonna teach you guys a little mind shift hack that's gonna help you. There's only one time you want to compare yourself. One time you want to compare yourself to somebody, and that's in a positive way. And this is going to totally change your mindset. People really embrace this, listen to it, and embrace this idea. If you see somebody else crushing it, for guys, Obi, I'm glad you're on here. Doug, I'm glad you're on here. For guys especially, there's not a lot of men in this business. I think it's 85% women in this business. But I see top leaders, the men, like Dave Ward, Jamie Nelson, Chris Reed, and they're crushing it. Instead of me saying, you know what, they're crushing it, but yeah, they don't spend time with their family, or yeah, they don't go on vacation, stuff like that. I'm grateful that the possibility is there to make that happen. I'm going to challenge myself to be as good as them. That's how I'm going to compare myself. That's the only way you're going to be able to compare yourself, is if you come from a place of gratitude, being grateful that opportunity, the fact that they're making millions of dollars a year doing the same thing we're doing every single day is even possible. That motivates me. That inspires me. That sets a fire in my ass, because I see them and they're at such a level that I want to be at. So I'm pushing myself to get there. And I'm grateful to them that opportunity and that possibility is even there. So if you want to compare yourself to somebody, use that mind hack. Say that, you know what? I'm grateful that possibility is even there. They're crushing it, and I could do the same thing just by doing the same thing every single day. And sorry, guys. And my last tip on getting unstuck is learn to take imperfect action. You don't have to be perfect, guys. You don't have to have the perfect script to talk to somebody. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know everything in this business. You simply have to care about people, ask them more questions. And if you don't know something, you know what, guys? Be honest about it. Say, listen, I don't know. I don't know everything. But what I do know is that there's a video that can answer that for you, and I can share that with you guys. And that's basically it. I shared this earlier with Obi when we had lunch today. We don't have to know everything, because the more we try to answer everybody's question, then the more we're going to try to, come off kind of like an expert. You can't be an expert in this business, because we're not teaching duplication. When you're having conversations with people, you want to keep it short and point them to a tool. Okay? You want to point them to a tool. So this way it's teaching them, when it's their time to become a coach, they can do the same thing. instead of us trying to sit there and answer a million question after question after question, I can say, you know what? I don't have all the answers to that, but what I do have is a video that can answer your question, and I'll send it to you, and we'll follow up afterwards. I'm sure everybody here can do that. We all can do that. You know, that's something that we can teach our coaches that we bring on. Ask you questions. If they ask too many questions and you don't know the answer, it's okay to point them to a tool, or point them to your upline, or point them to some other coach in your business who may know more. You know, that's what we do. We use each other as a resource. Okay. So I'm sorry, guys. I said, like, my voice is a little raspy here, and having a tough time getting through this. But I hope that my point got across with stuckness and comparitis. It's a major problem, and it's going to keep you back. But remember those tips. You know, just take imperfect action. Don't wait until you have your perfect website set up, or don't wait until you've learned everything, or you've done every program. You know. Or you reach your goal weights, or you reach your goal in the business. Don't wait. Just take action. If you fuck up, you fuck up. So what? Just keep going. Learn from those mistakes. You know, the worst thing you do is mess up again. You know, with the same mistake. Just learn from that mistake. Don't do it again. Just keep going. Just keep going. All right. So that's what I have for you guys tonight. Again, I'm sorry that I would have went a little longer if I wasn't, hurting my throat right now. But that's basically the point I want to get across. And I hope that you guys get the point of that, of getting unstuck in your business and in your life and everything else. Okay? But use that, guys. Seriously, use that mind shift hack. Find somebody who you admire. Find somebody that is really crushing it in this business. And just be grateful. Every time you see somebody being successful, be grateful that they are crushing it and they're doing the same thing that you're doing every single day. And the possibility is there for you to make a ton of money and impact so many lives. Okay? Because that's what it's all about. That's what this business is about, right? It's impacting as many lives as you can. That's why I put in my whiteboard here. How many people did you impact today? You have to be able to ask yourself that question every single day before your head hits the pillow. Is it one person? Is it 5? Is it 10? How many people have you impacted today? Guys, it's about progress, not about perfection, right? We say that every time we put a post up. It's about progress, not perfection. If you focus on the daily habits, if you focus on, just impacting lives in a positive way, any way you can, then the money will be there. The rank will be there. I stopped even focusing on what rank I want to be. I don't care, because the idea is to impact lives every single day. Okay? So with that said, I'll open it up if guys have any questions. If anybody else wants to say something. I see. Sorry. I'm glad to see a lot of people are on here tonight. This is awesome. Janice, good to see you. Doug, Obi, Mel, Millie. Anybody have any questions or any comments they want to say before we close it off for the night? Debbie, good to see you.
I was going to add a little something to your comparitis.
Sure.
What I've done, because I used to be, I would look at all the top coaches. I was the one that be like, they haven't been a coach as long as I have. Why are they doing so much better? Even people here in Iowa. So I finally got to the point where, I still want to be friends with them. I still want to be able to get inspired by them. But instead of seeing their stuff in Facebook every day, and then I start comparing myself and I start getting ticked off at myself and feeling bad about myself, I've unfollowed a lot of the coaches. And I just have them on a Beachbody coach list. So if I do want to go and see what they're doing, then I can do that. But even Nicole, she'll be like, oh, at Summit, she's like, that's so-and-so, and she's got 15,000 Instagram followers, and I don't even know why. And I'm like, I don't even know who that is, because I stopped paying attention to what all the coaches are doing. And I just need to do me the best I can do and impact the people who are inspired by me and who like how I'm doing things and whatnot, and stop trying to be like everybody else. So if you guys get to that point where you feel like, you're looking at what all the other coaches are doing and you just start feeling crappy about yourself instead of inspired by what they're doing, then maybe that's a tip that you can do too, is just unfollow them. Doesn't mean if you're friends with them, it doesn't mean you have to unfriend them, but unfollow them and just kind of go over there so often and just check and see what they're doing. Because there are ones that I will do that. I'll be like, I need an idea. I need something. I need some inspiration. Then I'll go and check and see what they're doing. But yeah, so that's one thing that I do that maybe you guys be helpful to you too. So
yeah, definitely. It's a good point. And like I said, if you come from a place of gratitude, then you won't start to feel bad about yourself because somebody else is succeeding and you're not. Because if we get stuck in that place, in that mindset of, oh, well, they're doing better than me, I've done it longer than them, well, you can just set yourself back in your business and you're not going to focus on what you have to do on a daily basis.
Yep. And I was feeling that way a lot. So
focus on what you need to do every day and just keep it moving. And the results will happen because of your habits. Like I said, money is a result of your habits. Money is a result of how many people you impact every day. The more people you impact, the more money you're going to make. That's what I believe. I truly believe that, And,
yep.
And that's about it. Anybody else want to say anything? Anybody else Mama D, you got something you want to say?
Yes. I want to say something because you're pretty consistent. And a lot of us here, when we're having some sort of issue, whether it be personal or emotional, we kind of shut down and just don't show up every day. I've been famous for doing that. Like if I'm having an issue, my pain, I'm having a bad week, my tendonitis is acting up, I can't get my workout in, I just won't post for a few days. And I know that that's not the right thing to do. So how do you deal with that frustration?
Who are you directing that towards?
Dave.
Okay.
How do you deal with the frustration of?
How do you because, and I see that you're opposite from me, where like I'm good at posting when I'm feeling good and I'm motivated and I'm happy and everything is all fine and dandy. But once I start to feel, and usually it's during a flare up, like when I just don't feel good, my body's aching. It happens for 1 week every month. I kind of just crawl into a hole and nothing for a couple days. And then I got to fight my way out of it, So, and it's frustrating. And I know that I'm not the only one.
Because here's the thing for me, and here's how I'm able to get out of that funk. And it's something that I keep as my North Star. The person who I want to become is greater than my ability to be distracted. It's greater than my ability to make excuses. The person who I want to become is more important than my feelings. I posted that the other day. I was tired. I didn't want to get up at 4:45. I didn't feel like it. But who gives a shit? My feelings have nothing to do with my goals. My feelings have nothing to do with who I need to inspire. Because whether I'm in a good mood, whether I'm in pain, whether I'm in a bad mood, it doesn't matter. Because, and it doesn't matter if my post gets 1 like or 0 likes or 0 comments. There's hundreds of people who are watching it, looking at it, and being inspired by every day. You have to believe that. People need you. People need you to inspire them. People are watching you every single day to inspire them. People don't go on social media to buy something. I mean, let's be real. People don't go on Facebook because they want to purchase something. If they want to buy something, they go to Amazon. They go to Google. They go to social media and they follow you because they want to be inspired by you, because they want to be entertained by you, because they want to learn something from you. Okay? So the reason why I try to be as consistent as possible, no matter what I'm feeling, is because the person who I want to become is too great. It's too strong for me to even have any distractions or to make any excuses for it. Because if I make excuses, that's going to stop me from becoming the person I want to be. And that has to be stronger than anything. Figure out who you want to be. Figure out what your mission is. And that's something that struck me big time the last Super Saturday with Mickey. She said you have to find what your mission is. Find what your mission is and let that guide you every single day. And I found my mission. My mission is to have a positive impact in every person's life that I meet. That's my mission. If I can impact somebody's life in some way, shape, or form, whether it be at work as a detective, I can impact somebody's life, through that. I mean, I've actually had people, believe it or not, I've had people come up to me on the street who I don't remember, And they tell me, listen, you locked me up 5 years ago, and it's because of that day I was able to change and turn my life around. And they thank me for that and shake my hand. You know, like I said, and that's the same thing that translates to this business. You put a post up or video up a year ago, year and a half ago, and that may have struck a chord with somebody that helped them change their life. You got to believe that you're that powerful, people. You have to. You have to. You're in this business for a reason, because you're here to impact lives. Yeah, making money is part of it, but it's more than that. It's not just a kit. You're not just selling people a box. You're not just selling people a box with Shakeology and a workout. That's not what we do. In that box, what we give people is hope. We give people the possibility that they can possibly change their life, impact the life of their family. That is what we're impacting people with. You have to believe that. You do, because it impacted my life and my family's life. Okay? It has. It sent ripple effects out to my family. How many people have we met in our family have gotten healthy and fit because of the things that we're doing? How many people are inspired by the things that we're doing? And that's a ripple effect throughout everybody else's family. How many times have your children, Belkis, you're on here. How many times have your children said to you how proud they are of you and how inspired they are by your story, by your struggle, and by your success? You can't put a price tag on that. You can't. That's what we have to offer people. The possibility that they can change their life forever, and the life of their kids, and the life of their other kids. Just a kit, people. It's not just a challenge pack. If you come from that posture, if you come from that belief, then you can change anybody's life. Honestly, that's where the posture you have to come from. Belief that what you have to offer is going to impact their life. Not just change their fitness, because it ain't for 30 days. It's for life. That's what it's about. And that's how I see it. And that's the person I need to become. So if I have a daily struggle, if I'm stuck, if I'm upset, if I'm frustrated, if I'm in pain, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I got to do it anyway, because I have people relying on me. And Denise, you got people relying on you. You have tons of people who follow you. And Melissa and Millie and Melly and Obi and Debbie and Belkis, Sandy, Doug, all of you guys, you have people who follow you for a reason. So you need to inspire them. Okay? You're not just on social media because you want to get them in and sell them something. You're there because you want to help change their life. You want to help them change their family's life. Believe that. Whether it's financially or with fitness, you're here to do that for them. You're here to offer that. And that's why I love this company, Beachbody. I do. Because the mission is solid. And from the top CEO all the way on down, it's the mission is solid, and there's no question that they have an idea. And this is something I heard yesterday. I don't know if you guys caught it, but Jeff Hill did a mastermind training here in New York City. And in Saudi, Amonte actually did a Facebook Live on it. And it was awesome. I'm so glad and grateful that she did that. But Jeff Hill was down in New York City doing a mastermind training. And, he shared a lot of good stuff on there. I hope you guys can see that. But what we have to offer people is a whole lot more, and we lead with the product, and most other companies, they lead with the opportunity, and they want to crush people with the opportunity and this and that. We lead with the product, and we change people's lives from the inside out, and then eventually, give them the opportunity. So it's just a different mindset, a different way that we operate. But I don't know, I'm going off on a tangent here, but I just I have so much belief in this, guys. And I want you guys to see that too. I'm so happy that so many of us are on here today. And while we're in the subject, Super Saturday, Super Sunday. So important that you guys get your tickets and go to this live event. I want to bring a van load of people to the next one. We're going to the Super Sunday in Westchester. I want, everybody who's here on the live stream tonight to join us. If you're in, Maryland or wherever you're at, find the Super Saturday or Sunday, get to the live event, and you got to make this happen. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. If anybody else has something they want to say, I'll unmute your microphones if you have a question or something else, or any other questions. Anybody else? Okay. We're good. All right, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. This was awesome. And hopefully we'll be in touch, and let's have a great week. All right.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, guys. Thank you.